What's going on, family and friends? This is Terrence Manning. This is my show, My Thoughts Uncut. Today, I want to talk about Chicago again. This time, Uber drivers, illegal immigrants that are using ride shares, their source of income. ICE is cracking down on them. Let's see what's going on.
It's conducted a sweep at a parking lot today for rideshare drivers. The parking lot is just steps from O'Hare Airport. Our Regina Waldrop has been there for several hours. Regina, federal agents were there twice today now?
Yeah, Natalie, they were the last time around 2:15, and we were here to catch them in action. So here's what they were asking of drivers. Are you a U.S. citizen, and do you have proof? And one of the agents even came up to me, asked me the same question. But here's what I want you to do. Take a look at this parking lot. It's about 50, 60 cars here, but I am told it is usually packed with several hundred rideshare vehicles, but not today. And
That's a big indication that these people are illegally here, and they're taking U.S. citizens' jobs because I've seen Uber drivers, Lyft drivers all over. This is how they make ends meet. Some of it part time, some of it, this is what they do full time. But you got illegal immigrants coming over here and scooping up these jobs.
also keep in mind, some of the vehicles here were towed away. So federal agents were everywhere in what is known as Alpha Lot. It is a desert. So federal agents were everywhere in what is known as Alpha Lot. It is a designated spot for rideshare drivers. Several people were handcuffed and taken into custody. In all, we'd say agents were here for about 15 to 20 minutes, and they showed up in nondescript white minivans. This was the second time today that ICE had come here. Here is what one driver told us happened around 10 o'clock this morning.
It was pretty surprising to see him up here, though, honestly. I'm like, I ain't even see him. I was sitting in the lot for a nice little minute, and I pulled out, and they was like all around.
Hey, he's a rideshare driver too. Hey, you better start pointing them out, helping out ICE. Let them know, hey, this person illegal, that person illegal. That's less competition for you. You get all the rides. You gonna get all the rides.
So the union representing rideshare drivers has issued a statement that says, in part, we are deeply concerned that the drivers' due process rights were violated at O'Hare today. This is part of a broader pattern of attacks on immigrant families by an administration that continues to weaponize fear and division instead of investing in solutions in our communities. We're working diligently to gather more information. So back.
Why do they always claim they don't get due process? It's the same thing where U.S. citizens get pulled over. We are asked a series of questions, usually registration, all that stuff, and you provide the proof. If you get pulled over, you provide the proof for registration and blah, blah, blah. It's due process for us, same as them. They can't answer certain questions because they can't speak the language. Okay, doesn't mean they're not legally here. Doesn't mean they're not legal residents or U.S. citizens. But then you can't show anything at all. You have to show some kind of documentation, something. So if you can't show anything or speak the language properly or claim that you are, in fact, a legal resident or U.S. citizen, then they detain you, and then they can determine whether or not you are legally here or not. And then they go from there. That is due process.
Back out here live, we have reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to find out how many people were taken into custody and why, and we hope to have that information for you when we come back at 6 o'clock. For now, that's the latest from this.
All right, let's see what CBS News is saying about this.
Developing tonight, the protest curfew at the ICE facility in Broadview cleared out nearly all the demonstrators after some tensions flared earlier today.
Meanwhile, ICE is focusing on a new target today, rideshare drivers waiting at O'Hare. Our Victor Jacobo is following those developments from Broadview Now Live. Victor.
Yeah, Joe and Eric, it's quiet here now in Broadview. Pretty much all the protesters left after local law enforcement enforced that 6 p.m. curfew earlier this evening. It's a big contrast from previous Friday nights here outside the ICE facility in Broadview. But while it's calm here now, there were more active scenes earlier today here and around other parts of Chicago. Clashes between protesters and state and local law enforcement outside the Broadview ICE facility reignited. Multiple people were arrested.
Please get off the street.
National Guard members were not seen.
What are these people doing? And it's all white liberals, white liberal women out there. Do they not think they're going to get hurt? You can possibly get hurt protesting the way they do. It's not peaceful. They're looking for violence. They're looking to sue.
As police also containing protests in the evening near O'Hare Airport, another immigration enforcement operation with video from witnesses showing agents interrogating and detaining rideshare drivers. This lot here near O'Hare Airport is designated for rideshare drivers to park and wait for clients. Witnesses tell us that federal agents came here twice, once in the morning and again in the afternoon. In both instances, multiple people were detained.
Y me preguntó él, oh, ¿tienes documentos?
This Uber driver from Guatemala, who did not want his face shown on camera, says he was eating lunch when agents asked him if he was a U.S. citizen. He rebuffed the agent's request.
Les dije, you know, I cannot help you. Please let me eat my food. And
The agents walked away, the man says.
He said the agents walked away. They asked him questions. They walked away. So clearly that shows that ICE isn't just rounding people up without asking them any questions. This man right here is from Guatemala. He's still there. He didn't want to show his face, but he should be pointing out who not legal so he can have more ride shares, make more money. But again, propaganda. You see, they didn't just put him in the vehicle. They let him go.
But other drivers were taken away in what some described as a chaotic scene.
And just grabbing people, checking their IDs. They arrested like what I seen, like, I don't know, like a bunch of people. They had like vans and stuff like that.
Many flights arriving at O'Hare this week, carrying people coming for Sunday's Chicago Marathon.
This year it feels different.
Reina Torres Medivil is the Consul General of Mexico in Chicago. She says 3,000 runners from Mexico are participating in the marathon. Some have reached out concerned about ICE enforcement. The agency says it's telling people visiting from Mexico to take precautions. 3,000 runners from Mexico are participating in the marathon. Some have reached out concerned about ICE enforcement. The agency says it's telling people visiting from Mexico to take precautions.
We've been advising them that they should carry a photograph of the passports in their telephones, but also...
Listen, if you are coming into the country legally, you don't have to worry about being arrested and sent back. There's ways for you to prove that you went through U.S. Customs, you went through the airport, and you are here legally, whether you're visiting, whether it's for business, like this is for the marathon. You don't have to worry.
Perhaps in a photocopy in your pocket. It's better to be safe.
Another development today, a judge ordered that the fence that's up here in front of the ICE facility in Broadview be taken down by Tuesday.
So my final thoughts are, if you are going to come into another country illegally, be prepared to be sent back home. This is the only country that we're so lenient on these kind of rules. Other countries, they will do the worst things to you. Some may even kill you. But America, no, we just let everyone in. Not anymore. Trump is in town. There's a new sheriff in town. We're getting all illegal immigrants out of here. You should not be here. Getting all the resources from U.S. citizens that deserve it. This is it. The time is now to stand up, U.S. citizens. Stop going with the demonic liberals and Democrats letting these people in. It's not right for the Black communities, which you see every single city, they in its Black communities, they put these people in, soaking up all the resources. I hope you like this. Like, subscribe. If you disagree with me, leave it in the comments. I would love your feedback. I don't mind critics. It's part of the gig. Family, friends, I see you next time. Peace.